Had this storm, I won't say come up quickly because we were watching it for a while, but if you looked away a couple days ago and then you looked back yesterday and you saw that tropical storm, you might have been surprised. Here is the info on Gamma's landfall yesterday at 11:45 a.m. Central Time around Tulum, Mexico. Very popular tourist destination there as well, with winds at 70 miles per hour. That is a strong tropical storm, a few miles more miles per hour more, and that would have been a hurricane. So you can see the circulation here just off the northern portion of the Yucatan Peninsula. It has weakened just a little bit because of that interaction with land. Winds now at 50 miles per hour. But here's the thing, it is moving so slowly. And as we know, those slow moving systems can really add up some of that rain. So that tropical storm warning still in effect across most of the northern portions of the Yucatan Peninsula, and then tropical storm watch as you head farther off to the west. Here's what we're looking at. The National Hurricane Center diving this down into the Bay of Campeche as we head into the part of next week. It really is going to be entering a very unfavorable environment over the next several days. So while Gamma is expected to strengthen a bit because it is back out over the water, healthy breathing system this morning. This pink that you're seeing here, well, that is strong wind shear. Get kind of sheared apart as it continues to move through the Gulf. So even though we've got really warm water in the Gulf of Mexico, that shear does a lot to kind of tear up those storms, and that's what Gamma is going to be contending with. Here's what we're looking at for some of that rain. Places like Veracruz, you're going to get several inches of that rain, but look at some of the rainfall totals we're looking at down across southern Central America as well. Guatemala getting in on this. So Paul, you know, Gamma came along. It's going to hang around for quite some time, and then there's a system right behind it now that we have to watch.
Yes, definitely concerned.
Well, that's one way to get out there, enjoy the fall foliage, and stay safe in the fresh air as well. Let's take a look at the latest fall foliage report, where we're seeing peaks across portions of the Green and White Mountains in New England. You can see we're starting to see some peaks in the Adirondacks as well, past peak, though, for portions of Maine. So that's what we're looking at across New England. As you head a bit farther to the west, you'll notice places through the Ohio Valley. We're near peak. We're not quite there yet. But when you look farther north, where it's been colder for a little bit longer, you're seeing that we're at peak or past peak already. Heading farther south, some patchy fall color here or there along the North Georgia mountains, there into the Blue Ridge as well, but you're really going to see that not coming until later. And then a bit farther west, portions of Utah, the Wasatch Range, already past peak, but you don't have to travel too far south to get to peak or near peak. That's the good news there. And then looking into portions of the Rockies as well, at peak right now. So perfect time to get out there and look. Of course, Paul, as we know, a less perfect time to be in Mexico right now. From there.
Yeah.
And so much valuable information. Now, we are looking at the possibility for some rain finally across Northern California, maybe the Bay Area, and then, of course, across Oregon and Washington, the Pacific Northwest there, even stretching into portions of Iowa this time. Now, here's what's going on. We've got this ridge, but it's finally going to start to break down a little bit as it expands to the east, and we are going to have this just river of atmospheric moisture. Little fun fact about this atmospheric moisture, Hurricane Maria is actually going to get sucked up in it and bring some beneficial moisture to portions of the Pacific Northwest as we head into the latter part of next week. We're going to talk more about that and the tropics coming